Let's talk about it, Boulder.
I don't know if it's a breakthrough moment. Joseph been doing his thing. We got to get it to him.
As Prime mentioned, Joseph Williams balled out, and the Buffs themselves balled out in general in a game that I kind of told y'all they would be able to show up against Iowa State. But I kind of want to look at how good of a game was it, and is this a turning point for the Buffs as they go into the bye week, enjoy some rest, and prepare for Utah? Keeping it a buck, I think this is a chance for the Buffs to turn all of this around and still finish with bowl eligibility. So let's take a look at it here on the Primetime for College Football, a Hog Media production presented by Sleeper. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. Let's take a dive into what things look like right now for the Buffs, but I want to really talk about how good of a game they had against Iowa State, because this kind of baffled me. Take a look at this. PFF, Pro Football Focus, always drops their grades for the players' performances or whatnot. They have a staff of like 600 people. They watch a lot of the games, and then they have senior people that go back and re-review them and give out grades based upon performances. And they look at a lot of different metrics. So for the uninitiated, and just to simplify it, they grade them based upon how they think they played in the game. And this graphic popped up by PFF yesterday that Kaiden Salter, number one among quarterbacks, Joseph Williams, number one amongst wide receivers, and of course Jordan Seaton, week after week after week after week, the best among their offensive linemen. It's just amazing how much Jordan has been balling. Like, put it this way, I've said this. Me and Dukes talked about this over on his channel, so check him out over at Dukes the Scoop. But Colorado going to do whatever they need to do to keep Jordan Seaton. Do not let anybody poach him. Don't let anybody pay him. You keep him because he is balling. And he is the reason why Salter was able to put up the numbers he did. And so in that game, man, the biggest question was, can Colorado show up, show out? Can they make this work? And truth be told, they did it. They went out. They played some really good football. And I was thoroughly impressed with how well they put all of this together. And, truth be told, the biggest thing is going to be, what can they do going forward in order to keep this going? And if you want me to be honest, I think they can. I think they can do it again. I think they can keep this going. Let's put it that way. Because Prime talked about Joseph and Kaiden Salter in an interview. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, Coach. Harrison Simeon, Buffs on SI. The connection between Kaiden and JoJo Williams has been kind of a discussed point this year. What's your perspective been on their connection, and how did you feel today was kind of that breakthrough moment for them?
I don't know if it's a breakthrough moment. Joseph been doing his thing. We got to get it to him. That's it. Straight up. We got to get to it. We got a great receiving corps, man. These guys can play. And we got balance running the darn football. I think we were, 39 rushing plays, 25 passing. It don't seem like it's balanced, but it is, because we had to hit that clock at the end of the game. So we had to do certain things we needed to do to hit the clock and to make them use their timeouts. But Joseph is a dog, man. He was a dog where he played a year ago, and we're happy to get him. And I've been knowing him for years, his family for years. So I'm glad he chose us.
So as Prime said, they just need to get that man the ball. He's been balling. He's been doing good in practice. And I had talked about this before. The one thing that I'm trying to figure out is, how do we get more balls in the hands of Sincere Brown? I mean, Amarion Miller has been doing it. Draylon's been hurt, but he's coming back healthy, hopefully this week after practice. And we'll also see and hear if he's getting better in preparation for the Utah game. But getting that man the ball, to me, is probably the most important thing for Colorado, is to keep the ball in the hands of these wide receivers. They're all good. They're all balling. There's a lot of options and opportunity out there. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the wide receivers and just, like I said, how good they perform, because this is, to me, on top of that, the defense. So I want to talk about Rob Livingston and his preparation for this Utah game, because it's going to be a big one. First, shout out to our partners over here at Sleeper. If you haven't checked them out for daily fantasy football, you are missing out. They got some of the best odds and the best options out there. And yeah, I'll be having some fun playing some of the games. One of the biggest ones they do for you too is they're going to hook you up with $20 just for signing up, as well as match your first deposit at 100% up to $100. Use our promo code PRIMETIME. So make a couple picks real quick. Look at some NFL games for this coming weekend. Let's go to NFL. Let's take a gander at what's out there. Thursday night, Higgins, they got a promo going on right here, it looks like. So we're going to take him on more because they give you that. And then we're going to take Jamar Chase on the less on anytime touchdowns. I don't think he scores in this game, but hey, you never know. But you pick two or more players. TJ Watt, we'll give him a sack. I think Watt ends up getting himself a sack. And I think Joe Flacco, as their new quarterback, throws the ball a lot, but I don't know if he scores a touchdown. So pick two or more players, pick more or less. And as you see, the numbers keep going up as you pick the players. And you could, like I said, win up 1,000 times your money. So check them out. Use our promo code PRIMETIME. They're going to hook you up. You're going to get a bonus of 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. Plus, they're going to just give you $20 for checking them out. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's Terms of Use for details. Colorado has a good chance with the way the running back play went and the way the wide receiver play went. But I'm back to the wide receivers. Joseph has shown you that he's probably your number one dude. Miller boys, when they're out there and healthy, they're awesome. But I think your number one guy is Joseph Williams. But I want to see more Sincere Brown. He's probably the dude I want to see the most get some more snaps, get some more play, get some more looks, because he's a big body wide receiver that we all know can make it happen. And Prime addressed that a little bit, but the biggest thing he says is that we've got to get the ball to Joseph, and I'm in 100% agreement there. But now in that defense, though, Livingston's defense was okay in that game at best. We're gonna call it okay because that's really what you got out of it. They've got to get better at stopping the run. 200 and something yards rushing is not ideal, but I do think that this staff and when you start getting healthy players back, this bye week landed at the perfect spot because now you need an opportunity to start. You can start getting guys back healthy and rehabbed in preparation to play in this game. The Utah game is going to be big because they play BYU this weekend. I'll be watching it. It's going to be a big one. And we'll probably do a recap on that game because that's going to tell us a lot about what's going to happen with the Buffs going forward. And if it's done right, Colorado has a chance of building upon something. So let's see what that looks like. I'm in on Colorado bouncing back, but this is a good opportunity. This first game showed you everything they can do when they play it right and they play healthy. And I think this can lead to them doing something bigger. So let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. All right. Like I said, we'll have another video come down the line. We'll break down some positions and where Colorado needs to get better. We know Prime's going to say some things. No presser this week. That's why we didn't recap or do anything on that. But the fact that this team played as well as they did and they just made it happen makes everybody proud. So the expectation is win some more games, baby. Shout out to our partners over there at Sleeper. If you haven't checked them out for daily fantasy ball, you're missing out. Made some picks earlier. See if you can beat me. I mean, if you want to short me, go right ahead. But they're going to hook you up 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. Plus, they're going to give you $20 just for checking them out. Use our promo code PRIMETIME, and we'll chop it up soon.